for joining us. The show brings you game one of a big 4-game set. It's the New York Mets taking on the San Francisco Giants. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shelby. Singy, this might be my favorite ballpark in the game.
Just looking out over the bay, seeing the boats in the water. Beautiful ballpark, a great atmosphere. Don't get it twisted. San Francisco Giants fans, bring it.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about to get started. On the hill here today, Alex Cobb. How about a report on him, Chris?
His career ERA's been under 4. What I like most about him is his reliability. Takes the ball every 5th day, ready to go whenever the manager calls.
Here's Starling Marte. And first offering is fouled off. Cobb, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. And 1-2.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Rafael Ortega stands in. First pitch doesn't find the zone. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch to pitch.
Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know guys are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a guy who's got decent pop.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. The 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. And the pitch. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Gassed it right by him. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. Now it's the Giants' turn. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here at Oracle Park and on the hill, Sean Reed-Foley.
Yeah, it was nails last time out, worked deep into the ball game, racked up double-digit strikeouts. We'll see if he can repeat that performance in this one.
We go to the bottom of the first. Thairo Estrada to the plate. And he deals. That one the other way, and that's just foul. Righty to the plate. Popped up. Lindor under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Batting second.
Here's the Giants lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
And now it's Wilmer Flores. 2 hits for him in yesterday's game. And first offering is fouled off. That one fouled off. Time asked for it at the plate. Maybe an attempt to break up the rhythm that he's got going on the mound right now. The wide to kick the pitch. And there's a ball.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Got it by him for the K. Nothing doing there for San Francisco. We played an inning, no score. New inning getting started, and stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso. And he takes a strike. A couple of quick nuggets on Pete Alonso. He graduated from the same high school as Wade Boggs, Plant High School in the Tampa area. And Alonso also played at the University of Florida. He was teammates there with Harrison Bader. Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson to some, Boog, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
The shortstop.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. The wind of the pitch. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
Chop to first, Flores. And he'll be safe at first. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Lindor leads off first with one away. Off the mark there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And downstairs. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Ronnie Mauricio now. Cobb checks the runner. Lindor gets back easily. And that's in there for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Just off the outside part of the plate. Next offering is in for a strike. No score here in the second. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Mets strand 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here at San Francisco, bottom half of inning number 2, and now the center fielder, Mike Yastrzemski. First pitch, not close. Liner, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game. But all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
David Villar, the next Giant to hit. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Swings through that one.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
And he asks for time before the 0-2 pitch. The 0-2. And ball 1.
It's a good take.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Runner at first with no outs here. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Austin Slater stands in. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. one lifted to left. Ortega settles under it. Pulls it down, and there's two gone.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. But they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. So the Giants leave one. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at the ballpark, and now here is Omar Narvaez.
Omar Narvaez.
And a pitch. Gets under and pops it up. VR on his way over. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's one down.
Batting up, the second baseman, Danny Mendick.
Danny Mendick up now for the Mets. That one's in there, 0-1. And there's a foul ball. And that one is lifted in the air. Schmidt makes the grab on the run.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
And first offering is fouled off. Popped up. Flores makes the play, and it's out number 3. Nothing doing for the Mets, and we are still scoreless. Welcome back. Set for the bottom of the third, and the batter now, Michael Conforto. Conforto, a former All-Star, 29 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Swung on, belted. Way back there. That one is gone. Michael Conforto blasts one out. Home run number 5 on the season, and the Giants have the lead now. It's 1-0.
This guy's velocity, a changeup is really a break for a hitter. He got a BP fastball, didn't move a whole lot, and he absolutely tattooed it.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Casey Schmidt. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chopped left side. In there safely.
Not every base hit is a liner into the gap, just like not every strikeout's a perfect slider down and away. I mean, right there, he just put the ball in play on the ground and gave it his all to get down to first for the knock.
And digging in for San Francisco, Thairo Estrada. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Estrada getting the start at second, hitting leadoff in today's game, and he was born in Venezuela. 0-1 now. Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Drilled to center. That's way back. And you can't forget it. Home run. A towering home run. Third home run of the season. It's 3-0. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there. No doubt about it. The pitcher knew as soon as that ball left his fingertips, it was trouble. Right on a platter, right down the heart of the plate. I'm sorry, but big league hitters don't miss that pitch.
So here's Wade now. 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Nimmo makes the play. 1 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Flores in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where guys hit the ball, but within the new shift rules? And he takes it himself for the out. Mike Yastrzemski up here. Left field. Ortega going back. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. David Villar, the next Giant to hit. And that one ripped into right. And that's a fair ball. And that rolls into the corner. Marte throws to second. He's in safely at second. A run comes in on the play.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Digging in, Austin Slater. Flied out his first time. Back up the middle and a base hit. Villar around third. The throw is offline and he's in to score. And the lead is up to 5.
Well done. Drives in the run. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Blake Sabol now at the plate. Grounded out his first time. And there's a strike.
0-1's the count.
It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball 1. Slater leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle.
Back-to-back singles. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Carlos Carrasco. He's pitching on 2 days rest. The batter will be Michael Conforto. The solo homer his first time. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
With this long series, if you can get into the bullpen exhaust the other team by game 2 or 3 of the weekend.
Yeah, when you're talking about a 4-game series, there's no question with a good offense, the ability to affect the pitching staff of the following games is a factor. That one to first, Alonso. He takes it on his own. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. And the lead is now 5-0. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back. Start of the 4th. Now, Rafael Ortega.
Rafael Ortega.
The pitch. There's the strike.
0-1's the count.
Here comes a pitch. Line drive. Puts it away for the out.
The center fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. In there for strike 1.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Next one off the plate inside. And that is ball 1. There's the strike. One, 2 now. And now 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Yastrzemski gets under it. Makes the grab. And there are 2 down.
The batter, the first baseman, Pete.
2 outs, base is
Alonso.
empty. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Grounded out his first time up. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. The Mets still looking for their first hit in this one. Next offering is in for a strike. Started after the 1-2 pitch. Appeal to first. And he went around. Ruled a swing. Next offering is down low. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back there. And that one's gone into the bleachers. Pete Alonso takes him deep. Home run number 5 on the season, and they close the gap. It's 5-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Singy, where are you on F1 racing? Are you a fan?
Haven't gotten there yet, but I will at some point.
Francisco Lindor, a big fan of F1 racing. His favorite driver is Lewis Hamilton. Bounced up the middle. Schmidt fires to first on the run, and that'll do it. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now 5-1. Back here at Oracle Park, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Casey Schmidt. The pitch. Right side. Marte makes the grab on the run.
Now
A little
back,
drop and
second
drive on
baseman.
that swing.
Tyrell.
Backside collapsing just a little bit. Trying to put the ball in the air.
Here's the second baseman, Thairo Estrada. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a base hit.
Didn't take long to get a result for
Now
that at
back,
bat.
the
You'll often hear the
designated
phrase
hitter.
short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Carrasco will move to first. Wide throw, and it gets away. Here's Lamont Wade Jr. They say you win.
0-1.
And that one fouled off. Estrada over at first with one away. High fly ball out into left center field. Nice grab on the run. 2 away now. Man at first. Now here is Wilmer Flores. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Bounce to third. Beatty whips it across, and that is the inning. One left for San Francisco. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Back here in San Francisco, we go to the top of the fifth, and stepping in for New York, Brett Beatty.
Beatty.
Cobb back to work. Pitch misses there, and that's ball one.
Well, these Mets, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense.
And the next pitch is way outside. Next pitch is downstairs.
Well, these guys have had a hard time scoring in this one. The guy out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
The 3-1 in for a strike, full count. Struck him out looking.
The bat.
Ronnie Mauricio
Designated
up
hitter.
now for the Mets.
Ronnie Mauricio.
First offering, and it just misses. Just missed.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
The other way, fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And that's a double.
That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Cobb checks the runner. Omar Narvaez at the plate. First pitch just misses. Swing and a miss as he was late.
1 strike.
1 out and a runner at second. Started to swing, held up. That one in for a strike, 2-2. The punch out there, 2 out. Danny Mendick up now for the Mets.
Second
And
base.
Boog, I'd say he's due.
Mendick.
Cobb checks the runner. In there, and it's 0-1. Out there to center. Yastrzemski under it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Mets leave 1. They're down 5-1. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now the Giants four-hitter, Mike Yastrzemski. And a pitch. They say you win.
Well, these Giants really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished. Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
David Villar, the next Giant to hit. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. In the air out towards right center. And there are two outs. And here is Austin Slater. Next pitch is popped up. And that will end the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. They're up 5-1. Top six. Starling Marte up to hit. Cobb back to work. Strike on the inside corner. Marte goes 6'1", 34-year-old vet, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Righty delivers. Now a fly ball to right center. This looks like extra bases. Around first, heading for two. The throw into second, but he's in there easily.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. That was exactly what you're looking to do with the pitch away, especially in that situation. Drive it into the opposite field gap. He got himself two bags on a great swing of the bat.
Now the batter now, Rafael Ortega. That's in there, and that's strike one. And that skips into dirt. Next pitch is outside. Marte leads off second with nobody out. 2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. In the air, right field. Conforto drifts towards it, and it's caught for the out.
The center fielder, number 9.
Brandon Nimmo digs in now. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Runner at second here. One gone. Cobb checks the runner, and he's back in easily. And that one pulled foul. Here's the 0-2. Got him swinging.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm, put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
Alonso started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and he held back, according to Larry Bullard. Kicks and deals. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Man on second, 2 down. Fights it off. He'll see another.
He wanted that fastball high and tight, looking for a strikeout, just didn't locate it very well.
Now before the pitch, he looks him back.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Got him. That ends the frame. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. 7, 8, 9 due up in the home half of the inning. It's the Giants 5 and the Mets 1. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the catcher, Blake Sabol.
The catcher, Blake Sabol.
The pitch. On the ground. Lindor. Now the throw to first on the run. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Up next for the Giants, the right fielder, Michael Conforto.
There's a swing and a drive. That ball's carrying. That one is gone. His second home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 6-1. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
And up next for San Francisco, Casey Schmidt. And the first offering is not close. Carrasco measures 6 feet 4 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, a sinker, and he occasionally uses a curve. And it gets by him.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
So the lineup flips over. Thairo Estrada, the next Giant to hit. He's already homered here in this one. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Schmidt rounds second on his way to third. Throw is offline, and he scores. It's 7-1.
Picks himself up an RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Man at second with one away. Next is the designated hitter, Lamont Wade Jr. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. The run comes in to score from second. It's 8-1.
Waste no time there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Tyler McGill.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
Next to hit, Wilmer Flores. Center field. Nimmo has it sized up. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
The center fielder, number 5, Mike.
Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. Towards first, and he picks it up in foul territory. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Action in the Mets bullpen. Phil Bickford, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Into center. Nimmo has it sized up. He's there. He's got it. That is the inning. So they get 3 runs on 4 hits. One was the solo homer. 7th inning coming up. It's the Giants 8 and the Mets 1. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's Francisco Lindor.
The shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
And here it comes. And first offering is fouled off. Just missed. Swing and a pop-up. And he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Now batting,
Brett Beatty will hit next. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. They say you win.
0-1.
Beatty checks his swing. Appeal down to third. And that's going to be ruled a swing.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2. And the righty deals. Swings and misses, struck him out. Mets go down quickly. It's still an 8-1 ball game.
7th inning stretch.
Bottom of the 7th. Now the third baseman, David Villar. And a pitch. You see the velocity, 97 with that fastball. Oh, 0-2 now. And now 1-2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
The 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Right-handed reliever. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Right-hander kicks, deals. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these guys are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
The pitch. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of guys didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
Ripped on a line and makes the grab. And there's 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And it's through for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Looks like he went up there guessing on the first pitch and was going to sell out to it. Didn't make any contact, though.
The 0-1. Grounder off the pitcher. The throw to first. Play made. That ends the inning. So the Giants leave one, and it remains an 8-1 game. Back here at the ballpark, and here's the catcher, Omar Narvaez.
Number 3.
And the right-hander back to work. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. And a quick out, number 1.
Second baseman, Danny Mendick.
Danny Mendick getting ready to hit. Ripped on a line to center. Yastrzemski makes the grab. 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Starling Marte up now for the Mets. Check swing, no appeal. 1-0.
Oh, he's looking to try to finish off 8 solid innings out there on the mound. He's just getting to 100 pitches right now, man. It's been so impressive. He's been really good in this one.
That one the other way, and it goes just foul. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And welcome back. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And digging in for San Francisco, Casey Schmidt. And the pitch. Rocketed out towards right center. And that gets down into the gap. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And his 3rd hit of the game is a triple. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Now it's the Giants' leadoff hitter, Thairo Estrada.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play. The 0-1. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Not sure what's going on right there. No chance. Probably have some funny texts from his buddies after the game.
Time called. Chance to collect himself down 0-2. And he deals. And down on strikes. And 1 away. Lamont Wade Jr., the next Giant to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Left-hand hitter waits. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. He makes the grab. Runner tags from third. In comes the runner from third. It's 9-1.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. Looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
And up next for the Giants, Wilmer Flores. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
And there's a base hit to left.
It's been a rough one for him so far at the plate, but that'll help. Breaking ball down and in. Did a nice job of just catching out in front. I like that he didn't spin off the ball by opening up that front hip too early.
Now the Giants four-hitter, Mike Yastrzemski. And first offering is fouled off. Flores off of first with 2 away. Strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Behind 0-2, he steps out for time. That one drifts inside.
2 strikes.
High fly ball pretty well struck out towards right center. It bangs off the wall. In to score from first. It's 10-1.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
So 2 down. David Villar, the next Giant to hit. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And he asks for time before the 0-2 pitch. At the belt and fires. Off the plate, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Got him looking. Good job at damage control right there. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Through 8 full, it's the Giants 10 and the Mets 1. We go to the 9th. Now the number 2 hitter, Rafael Ortega.
Rafael Ortega.
The other way. Hauls it in for the out. Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. That's a little bit low.
Ball 1, no strikes.
In the air, right field, pretty well struck. Conforto raging back towards the wall. Hauls it in on the warning track.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked. He knew he had to get back to the track right away. Turned his back on the infield. Got to the spot, turned around, and made a nice catch.
Alonso stands in here. Takes ball 1 low. Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul.
Clearly, he was geared up for the fastball right there. Maybe got a little jumpy and excited out of the hand, but he certainly didn't miss a stitch.
A wind and a pitch. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. And that keeps the inning going.
Everything came together for him. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Next pitch inside. And now 2-0. Cobb checks the runner. Back standing. He's in there safely. 2 outs. And that one wrapped foul. Fouls one off. 2-2. Is just 1 strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
It seemed like from the first pitch of this ball game, this guy was going to get it done. A quality start, he knew he'd throw a complete game and get the victory. But an excellent job of continuing to just throw what the catcher put down. He navigated through this ball game, a jam here, a jam there, but ultimately it was an outstanding outing.
10-1 the final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
Our final